Welcome back to Sail Hub. Today we're talking about this. This is a Barber Hauler. We're going to take this out on the water and show you how it can affect your sailing and change your cruising experience. But before that, we're going to delve into where it came from, how to use it, and what it's actually for. Alright, so the Barber Hauler. That came from the Barber brothers over in the States. Okay, back in the 50s, I think. And so basically what they decided was they could pull in the jib sheets, the midline of the boat, and by doing that you can get a tighter angle on the wind, which for the cruiser means less tacking. And if you're on a long voyage, you may just be able to save a lot of miles by being that bit closer. So I think it's a really worthwhile setup. This block is from Untitled, specifically designed for that purpose. Now Untitled are from Italy and they make really cool stuff. They came up with the friction ring, they've got dyno blocks. This is a snatch block, for example, which is very different and really good. They're a super innovative company and innovation is just spread all over this block. Let me tell you a little bit about it. It's effectively a carbon fiber block. It's got the ability to use it as a snatch block, which means that it doesn't have to litter your deck all the time. It's pretty cool. The snatch block is held together with an acetal ball inside of it as a detent, so it just clips in and that's it, done. You can adjust the tension on that with this nylon screw. We've got the option to use it as a single purchase, or we can use this friction ring style idea as a 2-to-1 purchase as well, which just is great. It's rubberized, which basically means it is not going to damage your deck, and a little eye on the top, which means that we can suspend it to prevent any scratching and banging, let's say. Really cool setup, runs on a plain sheave bearing with 2 thrust bearings as well. Galvanic corrosion is thought about throughout their whole range. This is no exception. Really well put together piece of kit. Now the question is though, is there any point in it for a cruiser? Maybe racers love them, which says something. Now personally, I think we're going to find out. We're going to take this out to the Mediterranean, go and see what it actually means to the cruising sailor, show you in real life what it does, and then you can make a decision whether it's worth it for you. For me, I have a feeling it's worth it, but maybe I've just got an easy speed. Alright, so we're now back in the Mediterranean. We're just on the Costa del Sol and we're going to show you how this Barber block works, or any Barber Hauler for that matter actually. So we've got perfect conditions today. It's flat, calm, got 6 knots of wind, and we're just sailing on white sails to make this simple. You can use this on a code 0, but we're not going to. So right now, like I say, we've got 6 knots of wind and we're sailing at 45 degrees off the wind. So basically this is near enough, as close as this boat will go. So that's true wind I'm talking about now. Once we get it up to 40 degrees off the wind, which I'll do right now, she just starts to luff the sails up. We can get them flickering just now, and the power has been lost. So that's not ideal if we want to go a little bit tighter to the wind. So I'm just going to put us back on an easy course that the autopilot can hold for us. And then I'm going to go and put the Barber block on and see what we can do there. See if we can get any closer to the wind. Okay, so we've got the sheet sheeted inside of the cap shrouds, because of course we want to take the clue to the center line of the boat. So if the cap shrouds don't allow it, it's not going to work. So that's why we need the sheets. Take the block, just pop it on and clip her over, and that's that. Now, from not too far from where the original car is, I'm going to just pull this over to the other side of the boat. Now, on race boats and the likes, we take them back to winches and all that, but we're cruising, so we're lazy. So I'm just going to pull it by hand and tie it off on the cleat on the other side of the boat. But what that's going to do now is just pull this over. Get us a little bit closer to the wind. Okay, so now we've got the Barber Hauler on. We've managed to bring the jib in. It doesn't seem much, it's about a foot though. And what that's actually allowed us to get is we're easily sailing at 30 degrees off the wind now. And to be honest with you, we can even get as close as 25. And that's when she starts to luff up, it's about 25. So, you know, getting yourself an extra 5 or 10 degrees closer to the wind
if you're trying to get around a headland or something, it's a neat little way of doing that. And it's also a nice easy way of just being able to say we'll sit at 35 degrees off the wind instead of 45, which means your velocity made good is so much better, i.e. when you're tacking, your tacks aren't as wide, so you're making a lot more forward progress, let's say. So it's a simple thing. I love it. I think it's a really good setup, and what I love about the Untitled block is it's like a snatch block version of it. It's super quick and easy to set up, so there's kind of no reason not to. Alright, so pinching up to the wind, getting so close to the wind obviously has one downside, and that is of course the loss of speed. Yeah, you got to bear that in mind, speed versus how much motion you're making forwards, I'd say. But that's that. I hope you found that useful. Now, of course, you can use the Untitled barber block. It's a fantastic piece of kit. Other ways you can do it is just to use a friction ring or something like that around your sheet. It's just a bit more of a faff getting it on, you know. But it does work, and that's what we used to use before we got those things. We've got another video about friction rings if you want to check that up. We'll link that in the description as well. So for the next few weeks, we've got a few things going on. We're out in the Med. We've got a few things that we're testing for people. So stick around for those reviews and tests that we're doing. And after that, we've got boat shows that we're going to. So we'll be down at Southampton. We might even make it out of Cairns boat show as well. So that's going to be quite exciting too. So yeah, if you want any more tips and tricks, if you want any more tips and tricks and reviews, stick around with Sail Hub and maybe like and subscribe, join the channel and get involved. We'll see you next time.